Welcome everybody to Is It Worth It? I'm Static Socks and today we'll be diving into the magical swamp that is Shrek 2 on PlayStation 2. Is It Worth It is a series that will be determining if a game is worth your time and or money. Before we get into that though, let's roll some clips to get a taste of my initial reaction to the game. Okay.
Look, I don't want to be late.
Then I need help collecting eyeballs. It'll be a long journey, and nobody wants to see me hungry.
Why don't we just get some parfaits? You know, ones with whipped cream. Oh, I love whipped cream.
Ogres eat nature, not parfaits.
Be sure to collect all of the eyeballs for snacks on your trip.
The way he did it, he was so sassy. We eat nature, not parfaits. Like boom! Stupid snail. Okay. Alright, what you got, donkey? Okay. Mr. Gingerbread Man? These sound effects are kind of funny. We're closing in. Wow. That onion is tearing it up, you know? Instead of tearing it up, I said tear because onions make you cry.
Save the princess. We save the princess. We save the princess. Yeah.
Fucking donkey. Trying to take all the credit. Crazy. Released back in 2004, Shrek 2 brings some fun beat-em-up action and platforming. I actually never played this as a kid, and was intrigued to see how it held up versus other animated games of that generation. This is a bit of an older game, so you might ask yourself, how do the graphics hold up? Well, for 2004 standards, I think they were okay, but some people described it as horrifying. The colors feel a little washed out to me, and the game can be prone to having some graphical bugs. The gameplay is pretty straightforward and fun, but it can be frustrating at times. The fact that you can play as 4 different characters, each with their own set of moves, is great. I find a few to be better than the others, such as ones that have projectiles like Gingerbread Man and Little Red Riding Hood. The frustrating things I mentioned are things such as the fact that potions don't always reappear, you don't always have access to the upgrade shops, and that most of the time dying means restarting from a long ways back. This nostalgic is hitting my G-spot. Yo! Did you play this game?
La 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 la.
My hoof's gonna be barking tonight.
I've been looking for that blasted other slipper.
It said I won. It said I won!
Hey, then wear that.
And all the power-ups are gone?
That shirt is so not me.
Huh?
Ooh, see, like that one.
What the fuck is this game? I'm not liking the shenanigans that's going on in this game right now, I'm not gonna lie. Well, as for the story, it pretty much follows the movie's plot, at least somewhat closely. If that's a good thing or a bad thing, well, that's up to you. I think this is gonna be crazy. Ogre Killer.
After a long day of saving fried chicken, stopping an inner-city riot, and helping a wannabe princess get her shopping done, our hero headed back to the king's castle for a good night's sleep. poor Shrek's evening would take a turn for the worse as he stumbled across Fiona's childhood diary. A devastated Shrek spent the night reading about Princess Fiona's dream of marrying a handsome prince with washboard abs, a chiseled chin, impeccable hygiene. In short, the anti-Shrek. Tired of being green and feeling ugly, Shrek decided to take a walk in the woods as his friends tried to cheer him up.
It definitely captures that classic Shrek humor, though.
And finding out about his arrest through a concerned and extremely benevolent third party. So a jailbreak was planned, one that would most certainly test the fellowship of this thing.
Even though there's a lot of collectibles to be, well, collected, I don't think there's much replay value in this game unless you grab a couple of friends and play co-op. So, the big question remains, is Shrek 2 worth your time in 2023? Well, after diving into the swamp, battling fairy tale foes, and laughing at Shrek's one-liners, I'm split. The game had nothing special for me, and while I enjoy the Shrek franchise, I don't think I am a big enough fan to say it's worth it to me. If you're a huge Shrek fan and are looking for a platforming beat-em-up, then I would say it's worth it. But I feel like if you're playing with friends, that's where it makes it absolutely worth it because of how much more efficient the game would be and for all the fun shenanigans you can have with your friends.
I can be beaten. I need a whole box of tissue.
Loafers make the world go round.
Big W, big W. Hey, yo. Not the wink at the end. Crazy.
Well, Shrek and Fiona got their happily ever after all. Now put down the controller and go outside to play. We're done. Really.
Why am I getting strays?
That is all, folks.
Crazy, man, crazy. That's a wrap for today's Is It Worth It for Shrek 2 on PlayStation 2. I hope you enjoy the video. Feel free to leave recommendations down below. Until then, keep on gaming, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Hey, you know, my dad runs a deli back in the Bronx, makes the best pastrami sandwiches you'll ever eat.
Brooklyn, you ain't quite right.
Kinda like your sister, huh, you friggin' hayseed?
Yo!